He screamed once, then the web went silent. Spider-Man died in the dark dimension alone. Dormammu didn't just kill him, he erased his soul. The Avengers were too late. Doctor Strange was broken. Iron Man dug up forbidden tech. Hulk roared like never before. And Wanda whispered one word: vengeance. They didn't come to protect the Earth anymore. They came to end Dormammu, or die trying. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shaking. Not from an earthquake or enemy attack, but from something far worse: silence. A silence so heavy it wrapped around Doctor Strange like chains, suffocating his breath. He had sent Spider-Man through the rift. He had allowed Peter to go, trusted his instincts, believed in his heart, and now that heart was gone. The dark dimension had never been silent before. It was chaos, noise, time-bending, and screaming all at once. But now, in Strange's mind, it was just silence. That's how he knew. Peter Parker was dead. Wong stood beside him, shattered. There was no flare, no signal, no return spell. He didn't die, Strange whispered. He was taken. In the corner of the sanctum, a flickering projection from Peter's suit cam showed a final glimpse. Swirling blackness, faint purple sparks, his voice. Mr. Stark, I think something's wrong. Static, then gone. Tony Stark didn't sleep for 2 days. The footage looped over and over again inside his lab. He muted it, played it, zoomed, enhanced, analyzed energy spikes, gravitational pull, dimensional bleed. All of it said the same thing. Dormammu had returned. And this time, he wasn't bargaining. The sky cracked open on a Tuesday. People in Manhattan pointed up. Purple lightning arced between clouds, and a burning message blazed across the skyline in a language most couldn't read. But the Avengers could. The boy is gone. The next will be God's. Tony stood on the balcony of the tower as the sky twisted into madness. His hands clenched so tight the metal in his palm cracked. Strange appeared behind him, his cloak barely moving in the wind. He's mocking us. I know. We need to assemble. No, Tony said coldly. We need to end him. Wanda appeared that night. She didn't knock, didn't say a word. She simply floated into the lab and hovered in front of Peter's empty mask, still placed on a cold table under a spotlight. This isn't over, she said. I can still feel him. You think he's alive? Stark asked. No, but he's not gone. Dormammu doesn't just kill. He traps, binds, twists. Tony's eyes met hers. Then let's twist back. The next day, they buried a coffin with no body. MJ didn't speak. Aunt May held the folded-up mask against her chest like a child's lost toy. Ned watched from a distance, too broken to approach. Sam Wilson stood like a statue, face hard as steel. Bruce Banner didn't come in human form. Only the Hulk stood in the back, head bowed. After the ceremony, Wanda and Strange disappeared into the shadows. Deep beneath Kamar Taj, they unsealed a vault no one had touched in centuries. Books wrapped in soul thread, spells written in blood, locked behind time runes. This is what Dormammu fears, Strange said. This is what will burn him, Wanda replied. Tony built a machine that was never supposed to be used. The Dimensional Core Ripper. Powered by arc reactor tech and stabilized by ancient runes, it wasn't just a portal, it was a weapon. A drill into existence. A way to force open the skin of reality and push Earth's rage through. He stared at it for 3 days before switching it on. I hope he's watching. Captain Marvel landed in New York with heat trails blazing behind her. She didn't speak, just handed Strange a sealed vial from the Kree archives. Darkness like that needs more than fire, she said. It needs fear. Thor returned from the far realms. His new hammer crackled with runes unseen by earthly eyes. You dare awaken the one who whispers beneath stars? He asked Strange. Strange didn't flinch. I dare. And Wanda, she was already whispering Peter's name into the soul threads. Again and again, until the threads began whispering back. In another reality, the Avengers would have waited, planned, tried to save the multiverse. Not this time. This was revenge. The Avengers stood at the edge of the rip, not as heroes, not as Earth's protectors, But as vengeance made flesh, Doctor Strange opened the veil. The darkness oozed out like blood from the sky, and far, far within that infinite void, Dormammu opened his eyes. "You've come for the boy," he echoed through their minds. "Then follow him into oblivion." Into the rift. The sky above New York was no longer blue. It bled violet now, the clouds twisting like knots around an invisible scar, the entry wound where Dormammu had reached through. And deep beneath the city, the Avengers were preparing to go in after him. Iron Man stood before the machine, the dimensional core ripper. It pulsed like a living heart, fed by fragments of the Time Stone and Kree quantum cores. Stark's eyes were darker than his armor. No jokes, no sarcasm, just calculation and grief. "This will tear a hole in the skin of reality," he muttered, tightening the grip on the reactor. "And we're going to shove a god through it." Doctor Strange adjusted the runes carved into the machine's skeleton, whispering ancient words in reverse. "We don't go to kill him," he said. "We go to bring Peter back." Wanda floated beside them, fingers flickering red. "You say that like they aren't the same thing." The room fell silent. Thor stepped forward, lightning licking off his shoulders. "When do we strike?" Tony didn't look at anyone. Now, the Ripper activated. A soundless shockwave blew across the chamber. Reality bent, and then a blackened spiral of cosmic filth peeled open midair like torn flesh, revealing the dark dimension beyond. No stars, no time, just decay. Wanda went first. She didn't wait for orders. Her red aura lit the black fog around her like blood on ice. The moment she passed through, the shadows moved, like they felt her rage. Hulk followed. Not Banner, not anymore. Just the beast. No hesitation, no roar. Just raw violence wrapped in green muscle as he leapt into the rift like a meteor. Captain Marvel cracked her knuckles and smiled. "I've been dying to hit something that doesn't bleed." She vanished into the void. Thor gripped his rune-forged hammer, the one forged with stolen fragments of Surtur's crown, and walked into the dark like he was returning home. That left Strange and Stark. "You sure about this?" Tony asked. "No," Strange replied, "but I'm more sure than I was when I sent Peter in." They stepped through. Instantly, gravity disappeared. Up, down, light, sound, all meaningless. The dark dimension pulsed like a living stomach, digesting souls. Colors bent backwards. Shapes hissed. Screams echoed without mouths. They weren't walking through space. They were being swallowed by a living idea. Tony's HUD broke almost instantly. Visuals down. Stabilizers failing. Friday respond. Nothing. But Wanda's voice cut through the silence. "Follow the pain." It wasn't guidance. It was direction. And as the others drifted toward a mass of floating black stone, a shrine of twisted spider limbs and shattered lenses, they saw what she meant. It was Peter's suit. Not the real one. Not fabric. But a mirror soul copy. Tortured, stretched, still alive in magic and memory. It screamed without sound. Wanda hovered before it and placed one hand on the symbol. The suit convulsed, and a blast of red lightning erupted, knocking Hulk back, blinding Thor, cracking the walls of the realm. And then they heard him, Peter's voice, whispering, crying, "Don't come, it's inside." Strange fell to his knees. "He's alive," Wanda gasped. "He's buried in this place like a seed." Captain Marvel clenched her fists. "Then let's dig him out." The moment she said that, Dormammu arrived. Not with an army, not with fanfare, just presence. Everything stopped. Even the darkness recoiled. A giant face of molten void stretched across the dimension like a continent. And it spoke. "You still believe in resurrection? How, human?" Wanda snarled. "You took a child." Dormammu's voice cracked the air like thunder underwater. "He came willingly. He challenged eternity. I accepted." Hulk charged. No strategy, just fury. He leapt, his fists glowing with gamma rage, and slammed into the void face. But it absorbed him, like a sponge, like a trap. Hulk didn't bounce. He didn't fall. He disappeared. 1 second he existed. The next, he was inside Dormammu. "No," Thor hurled his hammer. but it too vanished into the folds of the god's essence. "You misunderstand," Dormammu whispered, now everywhere. "You are not invaders. You are fuel." Captain Marvel flew up, glowing with binary fire, and screamed as she lit up the entire realm in nuclear blaze. It worked for a second. The air turned white, and then the white bent, and Carol dropped like a stone. Her light sucked into a black sphere floating where Dormammu's eye had been. "He's eating power," Tony gasped. "He's growing." Wanda floated beside Peter's memory suit, shielding it with her magic. "We can't beat him." "We didn't come to win," Strange growled. "We came to wake the soul." He pulled out a relic, a dagger made of reverse time, the Blade of Calorak, a weapon that didn't cut flesh, but severed destiny. "I'm going in." Stark stared. "You'll get trapped too." "I already am." And with that, Strange stabbed the blade into the air, into the screen, and time cracked open like an egg. Images poured out. Peter's last memories, his regrets, his courage, his apology to May, his last joke to MJ, his scream when Dormammu swallowed him. The realm shook. Wanda cried out, pouring everything into her spell. Her hands turned black. Her eyes bled. "Come back, Peter." From the shattered timeline, a spark shot forward. It wasn't a body. Not yet. But it was enough. The memory suit burst into flame. Peter's voice screamed through the ashes, and a pulse of red webbing shot out in every direction. It hit Dormammu, and for the first time, the cosmic god recoiled. Tony's eyes widened. He felt that. Strange collapsed. Wanda fell to her knees. And from the floating ashes of memory, a new voice whispered, "I remember now." The soul that wouldn't break. The fire didn't come from outside. It came from within the dark dimension. Dormammu's realm twisted as if choking on something. A crack pulsed through the void like a heartbeat, and for the first time, he didn't understand what he felt. A web-shaped flame spiraled upward from the floating ash, and inside it, a shape began to form. Not a body, not yet, but a presence. A soul that had been torn, erased, forgotten, and refused to stay gone. Wanda's magic wrapped it in blood-red tendrils, her power barely holding the fragments together. "It's him," she whispered. "He's fighting back." Tony dropped to one knee. His HUD was screaming warnings. "Readings are off the charts. Whatever Peter's doing, it's destabilizing the dimension." Strange lay unconscious nearby, his body drained from stabbing time itself. The Blade of Calorak was shattered beside him. Thor reached down and grabbed the broken hilt. "He gave us a crack in the god's armor. Let's split it open." Captain Marvel floated above them, her energy flickering like a dying star. If Peter's soul is alive, then so is his will. And Peter Parker's will? It was pure defiance. Inside the twisting cocoon of cosmic webbing, flashes of Peter's life screamed through the dimension. His first fall off a rooftop, his first swing, the moment Tony Stark offered him a suit, the time he couldn't save Gwen, the instant he turned to dust, and then the moment he died again, alone. The scream he let out then? It wasn't fear. It wasn't pain. It was refusal. "I don't quit," his voice whispered through the dark. "Not even here." Dormammu's voice thundered across every molecule of the realm. "You are broken." Peter's reply came sharp. "Then I'll be broken with teeth." The soul ignited. In a flash of golden fire and fractured red, Peter's spiritual body took shape, wrapped not in flesh, but in memories, magic, and rage. His new suit wasn't metal. It was made of pure emotional resonance, stabilized by Wanda's power and stitched with strands of forgotten time. Spider-Man was back. Not physical, not whole, but dangerous. Tony stared at the burning figure in disbelief. "Kid, what are you?" "I'm what's left of me," Peter said, hovering midair. "And it's enough." He turned toward the void where Hulk had disappeared and flung his hand forward. Webbing made of red chronothread shot out, pierced the dimension, and ripped Hulk free from Dormammu's essence. The beast dropped like thunder, gasping, dazed but alive. Dormammu howled. The sound shattered space. The void collapsed inward, and a face formed again, a horrifying version of Dormammu, now scarred where Peter's energy had touched him. He bled light. You dare pull your soul back for me? I didn't pull it back, Peter said. My family did. Wanda stepped forward, now holding strange limp form in one arm, her other hand glowing bright as a dying star. You took him from us, she said. Now we're taking him from you. Dormammu grew massive again, filling the sky with mouths, eyes, arms, all dripping with cosmic energy. You think this will save you? He roared. I am timeless. I am the end. Peter smirked. Good. I've always had a problem with endings. And then it happened. The energy core at the center of the dark dimension began to crack. Tony looked at the readings. The realm's folding. Peter's presence. It's disrupting Dormammu's control. He's rewriting the physics here. He's not just alive, Wanda said. He's evolving. Carol Danvers touched down beside them, panting. Then let's evolve with him. Hulk grunted and stepped beside Thor. Smash. Smash everything, Thor grinned. The Avengers launched. Carol blazed across the sky like a comet, striking Dormammu's left arm and detonating it with a scream. Hulk leapt into a mouth full of teeth and ripped it apart from the inside. Thor summoned lightning that burned sideways, crashing into realities that bled out of Dormammu's wounds. And Peter spun through time, not space, time. His webs reached through what had been, pulling possibilities into the present. He saw a version of himself that never took the suit, another that let the Green Goblin live, one where Tony lived, one where MJ died. He took the strength of each, the pain, the growth, the responsibility, and he made it his armor. I'm not who I was, Peter said, but I'm still Spider-Man. He dove toward Dormammu's core, spiraling through collapsing dimension walls, dragging energy with him like fire on thread. Dormammu saw him coming and screamed. No, yes. Peter reached the heart and slammed every web, every thread, every memory into it, every mistake, every failure, every laugh, every promise. He crushed it all into one strike. And Dormammu's core fractured. The god screamed. The realm began to fall. The Avengers regrouped, hovering over the battlefield. The walls of the dark dimension crumbled into starlight. But Peter wasn't coming back. He floated at the center, glowing. You have to go, he said, his voice already fading. I'm holding it together. No, Tony said. We pull you out now. We can bring you. You already did. Peter looked down at his hands. They were dissolving. But I'm not done. Not yet. Wanda reached forward. I can stabilize. You'll die too. Peter smiled. That familiar kid smile. I'll be okay. Really. The last thing they saw was his mask fading into white flame. Then, explosion. Light. Silence. And then, Earth. They woke up on a rooftop in Manhattan. Rain falling gently. No rift in the sky. No screams. No thunder. Just peace. Strange groaned, waking slowly. We made it back. Tony sat up, silent. Wanda stood, staring at the sky. He's not gone, she said. Not truly. Strange nodded. He's in the web now. The real one. The one between dimensions. Thor grunted. Then let him rest. Tony looked down at his wrist. Peter's tracker still blinked once, then off. And in a quiet alley nearby, a spark of red webbing flickered across a brick wall and vanished. Dormammu reborn. Peace was never meant to last. Back on Earth, the sky stayed clear for 7 hours. No rifts, no voices, just silence. But silence was never safety. It was the inhale before the scream. And when the scream came, it shattered the moon. A fracture split across the night sky, visible from every hemisphere. Not a natural break, a cosmic wound pulsing with purple fire. Astronomers called it a distortion. The Avengers called it what it was. Dormammu was reborn, not in the dark dimension, not in some unreachable realm. Here, Earth, not as a cloud of cosmic thought, not as a face in a storm, but in a body, the body of vision, or what was left of him. Somewhere deep inside SWORD's forbidden vault, the white shell of Vision's corpse twitched. His eyes opened, and they weren't his. They were galaxies. Dormammu had taken a host, and now he had form. The temperature dropped worldwide. Birds stopped flying. Planes rerouted. Every mirror in Wakanda shattered at once. Wanda felt it first. A pulse, like a piece of Peter's soul had been stolen again. She collapsed in the street. Strange reawakened with blood in his eyes. He cheated. He's using a shell to bypass the rules of his realm. Which means, Tony growled, he's killable. But this version of Dormammu wasn't coming for talk. He wasn't mocking. He was hunting. And the target wasn't Earth this time. It was Peter Parker's spark, whatever soul fragment had burned into the fabric of the multiverse during the last battle. Dormammu could feel it. He needed it. He would absorb it, perfect his rebirth, and become unstoppable across all timelines. He appeared first in Queens, right outside Aunt May's rebuilt shelter. He didn't touch her. He didn't need to. He whispered Peter's name into the air, and every phone within 3 miles exploded. Then he vanished again. Next, he appeared at Ned's window. Then MJ's rooftop. He wasn't attacking. He was sniffing, tracking, like a god looking for the ghost of his own failure. The Avengers met in a secured bunker beneath Wakanda. Carol Danvers slammed her fist on the table. He wants Peter's soul, the spark that ignited when we tore his realm apart. And if he gets it, Sam asked, he won't need to return to the dark dimension. Strange said, he'll make this one his own. Thor stepped forward. Then we give him war. Wanda's eyes lit red. We give him Peter. Everyone turned. What are you saying? Tony asked. Wanda raised her hand, and a burning shard of red webbing appeared. He left a trace. I've held it, protected it. But if we use it as bait, he'll come to us, Strange finished. And when he does, Wanda said, her voice cold, we end him. The last spark. They waited for him in silence. Wanda stood at the center of a ruined stadium in Manhattan, the shard of Peter's soul glowing red in her palm. Around her, the Avengers took position. Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, still recovering, stood on trembling legs. No civilians. No backup. Just war. Then the wind stopped. No breeze. No sound. And Dormammu appeared. He didn't fall from the sky. He didn't tear through portals. He just walked. Vision's body had been reshaped, taller, darker, dripping with purple-black veins of power. His eyes weren't eyes anymore. They were holes to a universe screaming behind them. I've come, he said. Wanda lifted the spark. Then take it. Dormammu reached out. And that's when Peter Parker spoke again. Not from his body, from the spark. Don't give him to me. Wanda's hand trembled. He's still in there, she gasped. He's watching. Of course I am, Dormammu said. I want him to see what I become when I devour him. Hulk lunged. Dormammu didn't move. He just blinked, and Hulk vanished. A second later, the monster fell from the sky in pieces, barely breathing. Carol fired a binary blast. Thor hurled lightning. Iron Man unleashed everything. Dormammu opened his palm and consumed the energy midair. He grew brighter. You feed me, he said. And then Wanda did the one thing no one expected. She crushed the spark. The soul fragment shattered into a red mist and entered her body. She screamed, not in pain, but in unison, because Peter was now inside her. Not a ghost, not a memory, but a voice. And he said, let's finish this together. Her eyes turned white, her skin cracked with golden red light. The Scarlet Witch vanished, and something new stood in her place. Not Wanda, not Peter, both. Dormammu struck, but his attack melted against her aura. She raised one hand and rewound the moment. He attacked again, same result. He was stuck, looped. What are you? Dormammu growled. A promise, she said, and a punch. She hit him once, only once, and Dormammu exploded into 1,000 screaming stars. His god form cracked open. Vision's body collapsed. The skies cleared. The spark faded. Wanda fell to her knees. Peter's voice whispered, tell them I'm okay. And then gone. A soft wind blew through the empty battlefield. Tony walked to Wanda and helped her up. He's really gone. No, she said. He's everywhere now. Strange looked up. We didn't bring him back to life. We brought him to legend, Tony finished. And far above, perched on the moon, a single red thread wrapped around a crater. A symbol was drawn there, glowing faintly in cosmic dust. A spider. End of story.